Okay, and I think we are live. What's going on, everybody? It's the 825 here. How's everybody doing on this lovely Saturday evening on the 1st of June, new month? So hope everybody's had a good day so far, good week, good start to the weekend. We're starting, well, not quite the second half of the year, but almost, which is so crazy to say out loud. But yeah, we're back. We're gonna be purifying some more Shadow Pokemon today. As always, the stream is being recorded at the moment, so you guys can check out the VODs channel. If there's any part of the stream that you missed, that's where the stream will be going once we get done tonight. But yeah, so let's take a look and see what we got going on here. Okay, so we're up to level 43 Pokemon now, so we're at the mid-game-ish type of mark, I should say, if English wants to happen for me right now, which that's pretty chill. Stantler's looking pretty good. Piloswine's basically halfway done. Fortress is done, that's good. And then these ones are a little bit done from walking around. Awesome. All right. Well, let's continue on here then. Moving right along. You guys remember from the last stream when we did this, we're going through Mountain Battle, just kind of cycling back through and around the battles. Just trying to power through getting these shadow gauges taken care of as quickly as possible. And the nice part about it is with, you know, them being low-level Pokemon and baby Pokemon for the most part, / first stage evolutions, as I mentioned last time, you know, like, we can just spam Shadow Rush, not have to worry about taking that much damage if we do go into Hyper Mode, and then, you know, spam Shadow Rush, which gives us increased chances of going into Hyper Mode. So it's kind of just a win-win for us in the long run at the end of the day. Because there's a chance every single time you click Shadow Rush that Hyper Mode will proc and you'll go into it, which gives me the ability to call to my Pokemon, which opens their Shadow Gauge way more than just sending them out for a battle or walking around with them will do, which is super, super nice. And as always, of course, we're trying to grind this out just so that we can finally finish off our Let's Play series that we're doing. Because the reason why we're doing this is because we want to complete battle mode to get Ho-Oh, and to fulfill the requirements to get Ho-Oh, you have to complete battle mode. See, right on cue there we go. You have, beautiful, 2 for 1, let's go. You have to complete battle mode with your story team after you've purified all 48 Shadow Pokemon. So obviously we got our work cut out for us there, considering, you know, we only used like 6 of them for the story. Well, actually not even, we used 4 of them for the story. But, you know, we did thankfully use a couple other ones throughout the story until we really got our team finalized. And I believe I even had Entei purified, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, that helps a little bit speed this process along a little bit, because I think there's at least 3 Pokemon that we're not going to have to do at all. So, we got that going for us at least. But yeah. So that's what we're going to be doing again tonight, guys. Just hanging out, chilling, purifying some Shadow Pokemon. Again. So definitely, nice, back to back. You love to see that. So definitely going to be a chill little stream again tonight. Nothing too stressful like it was with the last stream when we were playing Battlefront. Not that that was obviously stressful because it was just against the computer, right? But still, that was a fun time though for sure. Just got done watching a super crazy Xfinity Series race out at Portland at the road course. Unfortunately, one of my guys did not win. We did finish second and third, and even more however, which is good. Even though we did, the guy that finished second had basically dominated the whole day, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it's how it goes sometimes. And he was the guy that the driver that won is SVG, Shane Van Gisbergen. He's the New Zealander that has come our way to race in NASCAR starting this year. So he's in an Xfinity car while he works his way up through the ranks. He drove the 97 for Trackhouse at the Chicago road or street course last year, and he actually won, which was crazy. He drove a great race though. It was a really good race, just in general, even though my guys were kind of out of it the whole entire time. But you know, it was still, and it was really cool seeing him win in literally his very first race in a NASCAR vehicle. And you know, obviously he got it done again today too. So now he's locked into the playoffs in his rookie season. You know, I mean, that's kind of cool. But we could have had. It sucks for my guys because we could have had 3 out of the top 4. Because we were running. Well, when the final restart happened, we were running first, third, and fourth. But unfortunately, my driver that was in third place, he got a little bit too wide coming off of the last turn, coming out of the front stretch, and ended up running into what should have been a tire barrier, but wasn't because of what caused the caution that led to that last restart. He ended up cutting his left rear tire. So obviously, you know, he finished back and he was done for the day, which sucked because there was really 2 laps left to go in the race. But, you know, I mean, still second and third is nothing to shake a stick at, especially after dominating all day. And the car that ended up finishing third, who was fourth before his teammate, you know, had the problem. But he had a lot of adversity himself throughout the day, so I mean, that was good that he was able to bounce back to finish in the top 3. So it was, I mean, obviously the finishing results, it was kind of a mixed bag, good and bad. 2 of my guys were taken out. One was taken out in a wreck, which was the caution that led to the last restart, and then the other one, obviously, like I said, had the cut tire because of the aftermath of that caution. But still a good, solid day overall. And we're going to my favorite. Well, no, not my favorite. Coda's my favorite. We're going to my second favorite road course next week, which is really cool too, at Sonoma. So that's gonna be awesome. Hopefully we'll bounce back and we'll have an okay week for ourselves next week. Well, we were doing good with getting the hyper modes to proc, but that's like 2 trainers in a row. I don't think it's procced once. That's kind of unfortunate. And I didn't get to watch it, of course, because I live in Michigan, but the Red Sox beat the Tigers today 6-3. Which is, you know, that's always awesome when my teams can win in baseball. So we're back to being a game above 500, which is really good. I'll be honest though, I mean, with how many injuries of key players and just in general we've had this year, I'm so surprised that we're even still above 500 to begin with, or even close to 500 for that matter. Makes me think if we can get another couple like really solid pieces and stay healthy, I think we might get back to contending for real. But we'll see. we'll see what the future holds. But at least we're hanging on to a 500 record for right now, which is pretty cool. And Manuel Valdez just got called back up because Tyler O'Neill unfortunately had to get put on the IL. But that's my guy though. He hit 2 bombs today, which I was so happy about. Obviously, I was getting notifications from the MLB app that whenever the scores or like anybody scored or whatever, because I obviously follow the Red Sox. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry guys, that was a big yawn. My lord, that came out of nowhere on me too. Maybe this is gonna be a short stream tonight. There's the hyper mode we were asking for. But yeah, so that was awesome. I'm hoping that the Dodgers can get their lives together tonight. They got completely embarrassed last night. We're playing Colorado at home, and the opposing pitcher that we were facing, he's got the most losses. I don't know if he's got the most losses in baseball or if it's just the most losses in the National League. But I know it was the most losses somewhere. Regardless, and like he's got like I think going into last night he had like a 5 ERA or something like that, something stupid like that. And like we could not touch him. Like we were barely able to even get hits, let alone score runs. I was like, dude, what? This is actually like that last night. That game was genuinely just embarrassing. Like there's no other way to put it, but it was embarrassing. Like I get, they're humans and they're not gonna be able to perform at max performance like all the time. But like, you got a guy who has the most losses, at least in the National League, if not the whole MLB, with like a 5+ ERA, and you have the lineup that you are, and you're barely able to get hits off of this guy. Like, I was like, wow, I just was at a loss for words, apart from the fact that it was embarrassing. But, hopefully they can rebound tonight and they can get themselves back on track. I thought that after how well they played in New York, with sweeping the Mets and everything, and really especially in the last game, putting on an offensive show, I thought they got the fire relit in themselves and they were going to be alright, but clearly not. So I don't know. I guess it's just one of those lulls in the season that's happening right now, but I'm hoping that they can get themselves back on track soon, because it's just crazy with the team that they are to be playing like this right now, especially against a team like Colorado and against a pitcher who's got the most losses in baseball. Like, there's no reason why. I mean, granted, Buehler is still getting himself, trying to, working himself back, getting healthy. I mean, like, he's only had 4 or 5 starts since coming back off the IL after being on the IL for like, what, 2 years now? Something like that. So, like, he's not going to be perfect, but, like, he is showing signs that he's getting back to himself, which is great. Super, super pumped for him, for real. That's happening, because like that's just another great arm for us to have in the rotation, and he's a super solid pitcher. But he gave up 4 runs. I mean, he haven't pitched in 2 years. It's gonna happen, but like he wasn't pitching bad. Like he still threw 6 innings, which was very, very good. But the bats were just ice cold against a guy with a 5 ERA, and it was like, dude, this is stupid. Like, you got Buehler out here quite literally fighting for his life, trying to get himself back healthy and just try to keep you guys and the team in the game that he's in, when he's, while he's trying to find himself. And you guys are just letting, not giving him any runs, and it's like, dude. I mean, I want to say he still struck out 8 last night and everything, and like I said, he went 6 innings. I mean, it wasn't a pretty 6 innings, don't get me wrong, but he still went 6. And honestly, after how the first inning and the third inning went, I didn't see him going 4, let alone 5, let alone 6. So I mean, you know, that was really good, but you know, the bats, like I said, they couldn't get the bats going. It was like, dude. So I'm hoping that they can rebound after tonight and they can get themselves back on track. I mean, like, and I literally mean like nobody was getting hits. Mookie went 0 for 4, Ohtani went 0 for 4, Freddie went 0 for 4, Smithy went 1 for 4, Teoscar went 0 for 4. Like, I was like, what is going on? Alright, cool. So it looks like probably another battle Piloswine will be done, which is great. And Stanton is about 3/4 of the way done, which is awesome. So we're making good progress there. Awesomeness. Because I mean, if Piloswine's only got a little bit left at the end, I'll still, you know, I'll just swap him out, because, like, you know, from walking around he'll get finished off. So, you know, it's not worth, like, when it gets to the point where it's just a little sliver and, you know, you can't even see it anymore, but when you go in to check the summary and it says that, like, it's so close, like the heart gauge is so close to being open, it's not worth wasting and keeping it in. Okay, I guess that might be, well, you know what, I'm still gonna swap him out. That's close. That'll get taken out from walking around. I'm pretty confident with that. That's fine. Yeah, because I mean, look at how far Sneasel's got open, and that's just from walking through 2 areas, so definitely by walking through the 3rd area, we'll have Piloswine done, which is great. And I think if I remember right, we figured out in the last stream we can go through area 4 before having to recycle back to the beginning again. So that's cool. Great start for Sneasel. Oh, we got 2 in 1 turn. You'll love to see it. Great start for Sneasel though. First turn out in battle and it's going into hybrid mode. That's awesome. But we'll do a double call here, which is great. You love to see that. Love to see that. My cup guys got a lot of work to do tomorrow though, after qualifying, because they all qualified outside the top 10. I think we're all in the top 15. I want to say we're all in the top 15 at least. No, we're not. I know Byron's 11th and Larson's 13th. No, they're all in the top 20 though. So I think Bowman's like 17th and Chase is 19th or something like that. Not qualifying where we need to be qualifying though, regardless. So we're gonna have our work cut out for us tomorrow. But my boy Big Mike got his 3rd pole of the year, and he set a new track record at the place too, which is pretty legit. So that's kind of cool. Always, you know, you gotta love when Big Mike does good. Okay, well, First turn, Sneasel wanted to go into hyper mode, but then didn't want to at all after that, so that's kind of unfortunate, but it's okay. The Stantler's basically on its last gauge, so that's good. It should be done soon. Yep, we'll grab our Pokey coupons. I'll probably end up swapping Fortress out since he's done. I guess I probably should have done that already, but I didn't think about it. Yep, we're gonna keep going. And let's see, where's Pilot's Fine? Has he done yet? No. But yeah, we'll just run around with him for a little bit. Throw Sneasel up at the front. And then we'll put Fortress away and we'll grab out somebody else. Oh, okay. We're on Suicune now. Okay. That's gonna take a while because it's a legendary. And it was one of the bosses, but that's okay. Alright, did I grab the Pokemon? Yes, I did. Yeah, it was either Area 4 or Area 5 we were able to get to. I can't remember which now, but I want to say it was Area 4 we were able to do. Before they started, the levels started to catch up. Because eventually it's going to get to a point where, you know, if the levels are too high and, you know, we're only getting like 1 or 2 turns before getting knocked out, that's really going to drastically reduce the amount of time, you know, the opportunity that we're going to have for hyper mode to proc. Even though, granted, we're one-shotting these Pokemon too. But that's just the earlier stage ones. Like, once we get to, like, once they're in the 30s, I think they'll probably be starting to take at least one, so it'll be 2 turns to knock one out. Which that'll be, I think, probably midway through this area, and then Area 4-ish. But that'll be really where we, at least, should get more procs, because there'll be more chances for it to proc, of course, right? You love to see that. Sneasel's going to be in hyper mode for our next battle, so at least I'll be able to call it right away on turn 1. So that's good. I think once we get done here, though, I'm actually gonna go, like, once we do, like, finish our lap, as it were, I'm actually gonna go to a gate village and see about the cologne case. And see if the cologne actually makes this process faster. Because if the cologne will make this process faster, then I actually don't even, there's no point in streaming, and I can just do all that, you know, doing the cologne thing off screen. And, you know, just go, like, grind up money at the Colosseums, basically. Because that's obviously where I got all the money I got now. But I actually think we're pretty solid on money to where I'm probably going to be able to buy whatever I want with no worries. So that'll be, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Once we get done with this lap, we're gonna go to a gate village and do a little bit of experimentation, if you will. And see how that goes. Because like I said, obviously if it's going to be quicker to just do that, then there isn't a point in just doing this for content, because it's not really content. So, you know, like, we could do something else. I'd probably end up just playing Battlefront, though, but, you know, that's still something else, you know? I don't know why I was looking at the moves for so long there, as if I wasn't just gonna spam Shadow Rush. Well, that's nice that Aaron's so tanky that it at least takes one. That's good. Just means another turn's gonna have to happen, which is great. So I was thinking about this earlier, and I had mentioned it in my Dragon Ball Z video that went up today. I was doing, like, I'm kind of like looking at where we're at in the game right now compared to where we're at, like, episode wise, and we're roughly like, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be finishing the Android Saga in the next episode, which will be episode 9, I'm pretty sure. Which, I know that there's a couple of, like, Z battle gates that only have, like, one battle in them, or maybe 2. So, like, obviously, like, you know, that means we'll be able to knock a couple of them out in one episode, as far as, like, completing, like, the story goes. And so, like, most likely, we're not going, you know, it's probably not going to be 100 episodes long. Granted, I knew that, like, I already had figured it wasn't going to be 100 episodes long, but obviously, like, that's, like, at least with the first 2 games that I picked, that's how long they were, you know. I mean, Gran Turismo 7 was, what, like, about 120, 130 videos, and I think the Skywalker Saga was 155, you know, and that's because I figured my main series would be, you know, that slot would be reserved for longer games, you know what I mean, and more story-driven games. And then, like, the shorter, like, somewhat less story-driven ones, like the Pokemon games, for example, like Colosseum here, would be for, like, the side series slot, because, you know, oh my goodness, because 20-minute long videos, you know, will serve us well there. And, you know, it kind of shows with that, because up until the point where we're at in Colosseum, which is, theoretically, I can end the series right where we're at. I'm only adding on the battle mode stuff to get Ho-Oh, because I've actually never done that before myself, so I figured, you know, I'll share the experience of that, you know, on video. But we've done it, literally everything related to Pokemon Colosseum in the story mode, except for what we're doing right now. So I could technically end the series at 50 episodes and call it a day. And I think our Fire Red playthrough was like about 30-something, or roughly about the same. I mean, it probably not 50, but, you know, it was at least between 30 and 50. Our Nuzlocke that we did. And I'm thinking, like, that's most likely where Dragon Ball Z is gonna end up at. So I was thinking of possibly pivoting it off of the main series onto, like, down to side series status. But then again, at the same time, I was doing the math while I was, like, chilling and, like, eating dinner and stuff. Like, 2 30-minute long videos is 60 minutes. But that's 3 20-minute long videos. So, though it's the same amount of content, as far as, like, you know, watch time and, like, amount is concerned, it's a whole extra video to do that same amount of content. And obviously that's going to carry on throughout, you know, like, if we go to 2 hours, well, now that's 2 extra videos. If we, oh shoot, see, I get distracted by talking, I forget that I'm in hyper mode and I got a call. You know, and then, you know, 3 hours, that's 3 extra videos compared. So, like, you know, for example, with Colosseum being 50 videos long at 20 minutes apiece, if we do the math on that, so that's what, like 50 times 20, so that's, take off both zeros, that's 10, add back on both zeros, so that's 1,000 minutes, right? So then you divide that by 60, I think. I had it all worked out, but anyway, fact of the matter is, if we had, or I think I was doing it the other way around actually, I'm sorry. So let's say that Dragon Ball Z ends up being a 50-part series, okay? So Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 1 ends up being 50 episodes long at 30 minutes an episode. If you take it down, so that means that, you know, every 2 episodes is an hour. So if we were recording hour-long episodes at a time, it'd be 25 episodes, okay? So what you do is, I think, how did I get it worked out? Is you multiply something by 25. But either way, regardless, it would be, so, you know, it would be, or no, you just multiply 25 by 3. So it'd be 75 videos is what we would end up with. I think, because it'd be 25 extra. Since we were dividing by 2 to get to the hour, yeah. I think that's how that would work. So it would be a 75 episode long side series game, which that's fine. Like, you know, my side series games don't have to be 50 parts or less. They're just, you know, they're not meant to be like, you know, 100 plus episodes long of a game that's got a lot of story in it and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, you know what I mean? So, but at the end of the day, like, I don't necessarily want them to be over 50, maybe 60 max parts. So it's like, in that sort of regard, I should make it a side Let's Play, because then it's going to be somewhat too long of a side Let's Play, in some respects. But at the same time, it's like, does that necessarily matter? Because I was even thinking, like, Colosseum, because I'm pretty sure that the way that battle mode works is, it's basically we're going to go through Mount Battle again, just in this battle mode, not in how we are right now. So that means it's going to be 100 battles, and at the minimum we'll get through one area an episode, because, you know, that's basically what we were doing before, was an area an episode, basically while we went through Mount Battle for the first time in the story, or in the Let's Play, you know. So it's like, that's at most going to be 10 more episodes. So that's going to mean that we're done on part 60, right? So, which that's fine, you know, not that big of a deal and not terrible. But when does the line get drawn is kind of where I'm at. So, like, if we were to pivot Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi to a side Let's Play, and it does end up going to 75 episodes, is that too much? Or is that okay? Because it's still technically 25 less than the 100 episode minimum that I would think of a main Let's Play series being. And it's obviously significantly less than what our 2 main Let's Plays up until this point were, right? But is it enough? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm stuck at now. But also, there's another thing even bigger than that I'm stuck at. What game do I play as the main Let's Play series game instead? Because what is going to Cool, Stantler's done. Again, we'll just walk around with it and he'll be fine. Because what is gonna be, you know, a quote-unquote long enough game to warrant at least maybe 80, 90 episodes. You know, like maybe 80 to 100 or 90 to 100 episodes, you know what I mean? Or the third thing that I thought about is that either up until I find a game where I know for 100% certainty will be like that, or until I find a game that, to my best judgment, is, I just run one series and my Minecraft series, and I just do 30-minute long episodes for it, no matter what, and then call it a day. That's kind of, I'm kind of like stuck on what to do with that at the moment. I do think, regardless though of what I decide to do, as far as pivoting it off or on again, once we do get all of our Shadow Mons purified, and damn it, I forgot to switch Stantler around. Oh well, it's definitely going to be done for sure now. Once we get all of our Shadow Mons purified and we're ready to quote-unquote restart our Colosseum playthrough again, I'm not necessarily going to pause Dragon Ball Z until it's done, but we'll most likely end up like every other day anyway. We'd end up uploading 4 videos. Or no, 3 videos. No, 4 videos. Because if I pivot DBZ to a side Let's Play, obviously Colosseum would stay a side Let's Play no matter what. So yeah, just every other day we would end up uploading 4 videos. Which definitely would be interesting, but you know, it would be what it is. But obviously it would only be for a little while, of course, and then we'd go back to it just being, you know, we'd be back on track again, basically, and then we would just, if we weren't done with Dragon Ball Z by that point, then once it got done, then we would play XD, instead of going straight from Colosseum to XD like the original game plan was, but that's obviously not that big of a deal. So, yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of decisions that I gotta make as far as all that's concerned, but and also, if I don't end up finding a game to replace as the main Let's Play series, and then I end up deciding, like, you know what, I'll just do DBZ and then Minecraft and call it a day, then obviously, you know, once we finish with Colosseums, like with the Shadow Mons anyway, I mean, we'll add Colosseum back in, and we'll just finish it, because it's guaranteed to be a side Let's Play series and only 20 minutes long. I don't think, though, I would start XD right away. If we're doing it that way, I think I would still... no, what? I would. I still would. So I guess I'd be just running... If I decide to officially pivot DBZ to a side Let's Play series, then I guess technically I'd be, by the time Colosseum it comes back in and then XD comes around, I would be technically just doing 2 side series. As weird as that sounds to say out loud, but you know, that's kind of what it would be. And then, but no, I guess I wouldn't be able to do that, because if a game comes out or I find a game that absolutely is a main Let's Play game, then I'd have to wait until one of the 2 side series games got done before I started it. So yeah, so that's definitely not going to be an idea. I don't know. I'm kind of stuck. I'm debating, but we'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll figure something out. Because, like, again, the big thing is I don't really have a game to do as a main Let's Play right now, regardless. So... because I can't think off the top of my head of a game that would really necessarily be long enough for a main Let's Play series that I have at the moment, or at least that I'd be interested in playing. Because, like, I gotta think, like, so if it's 30 minutes long an episode and I want to go at least, we'll say I want to go at least 80 episodes. So that's 30 minutes times 80, so that's 2,400 minutes. And then if I convert that into hours, which would be dividing by 60, that would be 240 divided by 6, which is 40. No, that ain't right. That don't sound right. Because 40 episodes, that's definitely not no main series. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet. I haven't figured out any kinks or anything like that. Obviously, it's like a lot of decisions to try to be made at once and everything. So I'm just gonna kind of roll with it and see what happens, to be honest, and just go from there. Kind of whatever happens, happens, and whatever works out for the best is gonna be what works out, kind of, you know what I mean? Because, like, I have a lot of games I want to do on the channel, don't get me wrong. The problem is figuring out what distinction to put them under, main series or side series, for one. And also, now that, you know, I'm in this predicament, making sure I put them in the right category. But also, I mean, I guess at the end of the day, regardless of what I want to call them or what they should be, if anything, I guess I still could do 2 series at once, along with the Minecraft series, and just, you know, make them both 30-minute long videos. Or I just get rid of my OCD and not care how long the playlist lengths are, and if a main series game ends up being 60 episodes long, so be it. And if a side series game ends up being 90 episodes long, so be it. Because maybe, like, it's that long just purely because of the fact that it's not a very story advanced game per se, but purely just because of what, like, you know, how the story events fall. I have to, you know, work around 20 minutes awkwardly to where sometimes we're doing 18 minutes, sometimes we're doing 15 minutes, sometimes we're doing 22 minutes, you know, like something like that. I don't know. Or again, I just say screw it and screw the OCD about main series has to be 90 plus and side series has to be like 60 or less, and then, you know, just record to record. But I could still, like, do 30-minute long videos regardless and still do every other day. Even if I end up playing 2 games that quote unquote are the same length. Like, let's say we launch a brand new main series and quote unquote side Let's Play series tomorrow. They'd both obviously go up tomorrow, along with the Minecraft video, so you get 3 videos tomorrow, and then only the quote-unquote main series, and then Minecraft the next day, and then, you know, whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that I could spin it. I just gotta figure out what the best way for me is going to be. But, yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. Yeah, so that's cool that they're starting to at least take a hit now, which is good for us, because that'll give us more chances for hyper mode to proc, which is absolutely all we're looking for right now. I mean, look, Sneasel's doing pretty good. Sneasel's already, like, what, 3/4 of the way? Basically. I mean, that's good. And I'm sure after walking through this area, both Piloswine and Stantler will be done. So, from the walking, so we can put them in the box. can bring out 2 new mons, which will be great for us. And I mean, honestly, we are making pretty good progress. I mean, I know, like, last stream, like, we knocked out a lot of mons, and that's because, like, the party we originally had was, like, basically already, like, at the halfway point or the 3/4 mark of being done. But, you know, like, we basically knocked out that whole first box. We're, like, I think we're about halfway-ish, if I count the Pokemon that are in my party right now. We're halfway through the first box. And I think the second box is only half full. And, I already decided that Metagross and Tyranitar I was going to use my Pokeflutes on. Or my Time Flutes, I'm sorry, on. Because with them being the last 2 Pokemon that you get, they're absolutely going to be the hardest to purify. They're gonna take so long, and I don't really feel like doing that. So, that's definitely gonna be a thing. But I don't remember now how many we have. We might even have 3 Time Flutes. And if there is 3, I'm gonna have to decide what 3rd Pokemon I want to use it on. That I think is gonna take too long. It's gonna definitely be one of the end game mons for sure. But Metagross and Tyranitar absolutely are going to be ones that we use the Time Flute on. Because let's see, how many Time Flutes do we have? I forgot. Oh, I only have 1. Oh, I thought I had 2. Oh, well, that sucks. Never mind, looks like Metagross is the only one that we're going to be using the Time Flute on. That really sucks. I so thought I had 2 of those. That is definitely no bueno for us. Oh well, that's okay, I guess. As they say, it is what it is. So maybe it was Area 5 that we can get to, because these guys are only in their 30s, and they're still first stage mons, so nothing threatening. Because I mean, you know, obviously, with it being super effective on Sneasel, that wasn't a stab hidden power, but still, I mean, that did do a little, but granted it's also a Sneasel, so that's probably why I did that much damage, but, you know, that wasn't a terrible hit, per se, enough to where I'm like, oh yeah, you know, we're not going to be able to stay here, type of deal, you know what I mean? So, oh my goodness. My oh my, these yawns are killing me today, I'm so sorry guys. I felt good today too, though. Hence, probably like, you know, really why I'm streaming. But I don't know why I'm yawning so much right now, because I'm feeling pretty good. But oh well, we'll fight through it. Yeah, you know, see that? What I mean, like they're not even going over 30. I mean, Clamperl's 31. That's negligible, right? So, I mean, and it's not like they're threatening Pokemon. And their teams are still only at 2. They're not even having 3 and 4 Mons yet, so definitely at least Area 4 we can do. But I want to say that I had said that we can do Area 5 too, since we're at the level that we're at. It's going to do nothing. Yeah, I swallowed that. I even swallowed that. And I'm a Sneasel. Yes, I think we'll be chilling. At least for sure Area 4. If not, also Area 5. It just really sucks though how much longer it takes for the hard cages to open, like the further into the game you get. Like, that call literally did nothing. Like, it finished off what was already looked like was finished second bar, and then just barely started the third bar. That's kind of nuts. But oh well, it's okay, I guess. It's okay, I guess. It's what we signed up for, right? We knew what we were getting ourselves into. Okay, let's see. Our pilots. Oh yeah, our pilots fine. Sandler done yet? Not quite. Sandler almost is, but not quite. But after walking around a little bit more, I'm sure getting through the rest of this area, they'll probably be done. Hopefully, anyway. If not, I can just run around for a little bit inside of the place and then finish them up, like the little safe area, as it were. Ooh, shoot! All these yawns, I swear. Okay, obviously we're gonna call Sneasel first and foremost. Love to see that. You do. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, then this guy, he's dropped back down into the 20s. I think he's got, I think his might be because he's got more Pokemon, right? Doesn't he have a team? Or no, he's only got 2. Yes, I mean, he's dropped back down in the 20s. After we were just fighting all level 30s and stuff, so. And I think what, he's battle 35, 35, 45, whatever. 35, 45, whatever number we're on now. I mean, definitely nothing threatening. I mean, obviously Sonic Boom's a little bit threatening, but that's still, he's still got to hit us 5 times to knock us out. Which, definitely he's not going to get that many turns. Yeah, 35. There we go. You know what I mean? So it must have been area 5, I think, that I said we could get through then. So area 5 we can get through, which that's pretty awesome. That really is. That's 50 battles that we'll be able to do. So that's pretty good. That's a lot of time to get these shadow gauges shaking and baking. I must have thought Cacnea is bulkier than it actually is, because I definitely thought they both were about to take that. That's kind of crazy. Because I'm amazing. And you're not. It's like, no, I'm just playing. I don't want to be that mean to that person. No, that's very true. Money will not buy you a victory in battle. That is very true. You definitely need to have some skill. I don't even know why I'm reading the dialogue. Like, we're literally just here to grind out the purification gauges. I'm still here talking to these people. That's so funny. Awesome. So Sneasel's almost into the last bar, which is really good. Napalm's about halfway, which is good. And you're getting bulkier, which is good. And you're a little too late getting bulkier, but you know, thought that counts, I guess. It's still so funny to me that Gulpin gets Bullet Seed. I literally did not know that. I mean, granted, like, by the time you can catch a Gulpin in Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, like, you're either have already used the Bullet Seed TM on a grass type, or you're just not going to use the Bullet Seed TM at all. And also, like, why would you... I guess it makes sense, because, you know, he has the wide open mouth, or, like, you know, he can open his mouth so wide, so I guess... I mean, the way he just sits naturally, his lips are, like, you know, set up to just start spitting. So, I mean, I guess it does make sense that it knows Bullet Seed, but I just never knew. This game actually taught me a lot of things about Gen 3 movesets that I didn't know. Like, I didn't know that C-Dot has Quick Attack as an egg move in Gen 3 before I played this game. And I saw C-Dot use Quick Attack on me, and I couldn't believe it, and I had to look it up, and sure enough, egg move. I had that happen quite a few times in this playthrough. It said it was supposed to start raining in my area about 8 o'clock, but it hasn't started yet, and it's about to be 8:30. I love the rain. I will have to probably go run around and close all my windows though, but I was already kind of going to do that anyway, because it's supposed to be super hot tomorrow. So I'm definitely most likely going to have to put the air back on. I've had the windows open the past couple days because it wasn't like super hot. It's been pretty like pleasant, you know? Nice little breeze. Only about, well, today got up to about 70, I think 75 to 77 type of deal, but it wasn't like, it wasn't super sunny, so it wasn't like an excruciating 70 degrees. And, you know, with the fan on and the windows open, it wasn't that bad. Really. And obviously, like, I was making sure I stayed hydrated today. I'm on my third, well, I'm about to finish my third bottle of water, so. Not quite up at my 64 fluid ounces like I'm supposed to be, I guess, but, you know, not drastically far off, so it's not that bad, right? Oh my. That actually hurts a little bit, considering that it's quad effective and I'm a Sneasel and I have no defense. I actually really thought that that was going to be on the Sneasel because I was at -1 and such low HP, and I was going to be very concerned because that probably would have knocked me out. Oh, Apom, that was not the time to go into hyper mode actually, but that's okay, it doesn't matter. That's fine. I'm not overly concerned. Okay, Murkrow's next. That's gonna be another thing too. Once we get these 3 mons done, I'm pretty sure we're done with all the, like, the really frail-ish type of mons. Because, like, obviously, you know, like, Apom and Sneasel and Murkrow all got evolutions in Gen 4 for a reason, right? And it's because on their own, in Gen 2, and also even in Gen 3, they're not very strong and they're really frail. I mean, granted, Weavile is frail as a piece of paper in and of itself also, but it's not meant to be bulky. It's meant to outspeed everything and hit like a train, which is exactly what it does. But, yeah. Still not ideal, right? That's obviously why they got... It's probably not the only reason, but it's... I would hazard a guess it's probably a big reason why they got evolutions. So I think once we get these 3 mons knocked out, I think it'll be a lot easier for us because we'll actually have like Pokemon to use. You know what I mean? And we're doing good with them. Like, Apom's got 2 bars left. Sneasel's about to be on its last bar. And I think Murkrow's like almost done with its first bar already, just from walking around. So I mean, that's pretty chill. So we should be aight. Let's see. How are you two doing? Are you ready yet? Still just barely. My goodness. Alright, yeah, we'll probably just end up... I don't want to hold on to them for a whole nother area. So we'll probably end up just running around in circles for a little bit in the next rest area until we get those 2 done. I just don't know why they're not done yet, because, I mean, like, look how far Murkrow's gauge had opened already, and that was just from walking around. And granted, that was 4 areas, not 2, but still. If it could open up that much in 4 areas, then that little smidgen should definitely have been done in 1.5 for Pilot Swine. You love to see it. Apom's going into hyper mode a lot. This is great. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Booyah. I really was kind of hoping Sneasel was going to go in there, I'm not going to lie. That's okay, though. Sneasel does hit like a train, though, for real, even in and of itself, I must say. Not that, I mean, duh, but... That's why it just really sucks before the physical. That's the only unfortunate thing for Sneasel, is that it itself, as a Pokemon, is kind of irrelevant and never got its chance in the spotlight to actually shine for real. Because, you know, the physical special ability obviously came out in Gen 4, and before that, both Dark and Ice were special typings, and Sneasel is absolutely not a special attacker. And all the physical coverage that it could get would be like, you know, like Brick Break, Quick Attack, Slash, you know, basically just normal and fighting type moves. So it couldn't even really take advantage of the physical stat with, you know, like with rock or ground type moves or anything like that. I don't know Sneasel's moveset, don't get me wrong, so maybe it does, but just off of my brief knowledge of what it is, it can't. So it can't even take advantage of that physical attack stat for anything. Not even for coverage sake. So, and then, you know, by the time the physical special split comes out, and, you know, also, like, just movesets get more advanced. Like, you know, we get Shadow Claw. Well, actually, I guess it probably had access to Shadow Ball. So I guess that is, but again, like, that's coverage. It's not its own stab moves. But let's see, like, what else? Like, you know, we got Ice Punch became physical. Night Slash became a move. You know, like stuff like that. But in that same exact generation when that happened, boom, Sneasel gets an evolution. And even more sad to that point is you don't even get access to Sneasel for the first time until you're already going towards the 7th gym. So for one, your team's probably already filled out, unless you had made the decision that you were going to use a Sneasel, so you left a spot open. And, you know, you're kind of only going to use it until you get the Razor Claw and can trade it, which, depending on how that looked out for you might be only 2 minutes. You know what I mean? So it is kind of unfortunate for Sneasel, but the same can be said for all the mons that from Gen 2 that got evolutions in Gen 4. You know, Murkrow, Sneasel, Apom, Gligar, you know. It is a little bit unfortunate to say the least, but I mean, you know. Because I'll be honest with you, I actually like Gligar as a mon. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, Gliscor is dope too, but like I actually like Gligar as a mon. To be fair, like it's a cool Pokemon to me. I mean, I like Sneasel and I like Murkrow too, though. Don't get me wrong, but like, you know, I feel like Gligar though, out of the quartet of them, I think Gligar is probably the only one that didn't necessarily need the evolution. Like, he's not the strongest mon in the dex by any means, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that he is, but like, he could kind of hold his own, as it were, if you will. Oh, please don't knock him out so I can call him. Please don't knock him out so I can call him. Damn it. I wanted to get into that last bar. Oh well. Back out to Murkrow, speaking of. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I probably should have thought that through better. Oh well, that's okay. But we did just hit the hour mark of the stream a few minutes ago, so I do want to say, as I always do, thank you guys for stopping by and chilling with me for an hour. Hope you guys have been enjoying the stream so far. Appreciate you guys for hanging out, and VOD watchers, if you've watched up until this point, I appreciate you guys for checking out the VOD and also sticking around. Hope you continue to enjoy the rest of the VOD, and for those that are here live with me, hope you guys continue to enjoy the rest of the stream. We got Sneasel down to its last bar, which is good, and we'll bring Suicune out now. Apom's got pickup. I should be taking advantage of that. I actually keep forgetting about that, to be fair. Well, at least we don't gotta worry about Suicune. I mean, that's bulk. But now that I'm looking at what this guy's mons are, I think we did decide that Area 4 was gonna be it. Because he's mid-30s. And that might be a bit much. Especially if we end up, like, chaining hyper modes together, kind of like how we are. Obviously, you know, we've had, granted, both of them were weak to, or no, well, Apom wasn't, but it's just not the bulkiest, but obviously Sneasel's weak to rock, but if we get too many hyper modes chained together and can't dish out any damage, and they're able to land super effective hits on us, that's a bit of a problem. I mean, obviously, you know, you see Murkrow's been gone into hyper mode 3 times, and Suicune could have knocked out that Rhyhorn, but it's in hyper mode now itself, and Murkrow's about to get knocked out. Which is kind of unfortunate, but also is what it is. If Rhyhorn doesn't target the Murkrow, that will be so great. Because then I'll at least get one more turn with it. I'll hopefully go into hyper mode. Yeah, I knew I was gonna get that lucky though. Oh well, I mean, at least I'll guaranteed know that Piloswine's done. I mean, that's cool. I mean, Saves me a little bit of time running around, I guess, right? And I can use a move. I guess I was Quick Blizzard, why not? Of course. Granted, I did kind of Quick Blizzard just because of the extra miss chance, I'm not gonna lie. I'll click dig this time because then I'll be able to call and then possibly get Suicune set up for hyper mode again on the turn that I come up. Potentially, anyway. Hey, look at that. Now this would be even better if you don't knock him out. I'm pretty sure you will though, but if you don't, that'll be great. Yeah, I figured you would though. That's cool. Yeah, so at least while I got these Pokemon, or well, at least the three, I'm pretty sure Area 4 is going to be the best we're going to be able to get. Which is fine. I mean, it really doesn't matter. 40 battles is still chilling. For real. So I mean, like, look, we got all that work in. Okay, so we're just gonna have to run around for a little bit to get Stantler done, but that's fine. Also, let's grab this item off of Apom. Oh, it's got a revive. Lit. Now we are gonna advance, but I'm gonna run around for a quick second to get Stantler all done and ready. Just gonna run around here for a quick little minute. Shouldn't take long, because Stantler doesn't have that much to go. Alright, see, there we go. So that's 2 more Mons done, which is awesome, and we got Apom and Sneasel, who are very close themselves. They each got, I think, 1 bar left apiece, so that's awesome. Yeah, so like I was saying, like, we're counting the Mons that we got in on our team right now. We're almost done with the first box, and then we only got this much left of the second box. I think Tyranitar is going to be the one that we used the Time Flute on. I really thought that we had more than one, because I wanted to use one at least on these 2, but I guess Metagross is just going to have to thug it out. And it's going to be what it is. Have I used Granbull already a little bit? No, I haven't. Okay. I don't know why I thought I did. But yeah, that's awesome. That really is awesome. You love to see it. We're looking good. We're looking good. Alright, so let's talk to the Abra. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to the guy. Yeah. So go back to the beginning again. And then let's just check our progress one more time. So, yeah, so Apom's about to be on the last bar. Sneasel's just a little bit into the last bar. Murkrow is just past a bar. Suicune's halfway through the first bar. And then obviously Arios and Granbull, we just pulled out the box. So they're fresh, but that's awesome. I would like a new challenge, please. And back to square one we go. The monotony starts again. That's okay though. Like I said again, we're obviously not looking for XP, we're literally just looking for the shadow gauge to go down, and it drops a little bit guaranteed every single time we send a Pokemon out into battle. And regardless of how many turns the battle has, every single time you click Shadow Rushes, you have a chance of getting Hybrid Mode to proc, so right on cue. So there we go. And that also, because APOM went in and it didn't just knock out the Tailload, that does leave another turn, so that gives Sneasel the chance to pop into it as well, potentially. While we call APOM and get him into the last bar. I really was kind of hoping that Sneasel would go in so I could be like, oh, right on cue again, but you know, oh well. That's okay. You can't win them all, as they say, right guys? Yes, long and arduous. I've already beaten it, so it's not that bad. It really wasn't, though, to be fair. Like, it did get a little bit interesting, though, like, when we got to, like, area 8 and 9, and then obviously the final area, it did get a little bit sketch, but we pulled through and everything was all good. I felt kind of accomplished, because the first time I'd ever beaten Mount Battle in this game before. Because actually, this was the first time. This Let's Play was the first time I've actually ever beaten this game. I don't remember where I was at in Colosseum, but I ended up stopping for whatever reason. I can't remember why, but I ended up not finishing the game. I think I got stuck somewhere and I couldn't figure out what to do or something. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I can't even tell you why, because I genuinely don't remember. But I just know that I never finished Colosseum. I've beaten XD a couple times. 2 or 3 times I think I've beaten XD. I don't know, I think I just kind of preferred XD to Colosseum, to be fair. But, I can't tell you why either, but... But now I can say I've beaten Colosseum, and I mean, I've obviously, I've seen a couple, you know, playthroughs of it already, so I did know the story. And I mean, I knew it was great already, just because I knew that it was the predecessor, if you will, to XD's story. So I mean, I already knew it was going to be great even before I saw the gameplay. But even after I saw the gameplay, I was like, oh yeah, well duh, of course it's going to be great. You know what I mean? And then playing it myself, it was like, oh yeah, this is awesome. This is absolutely flawless. I would absolutely, I know it's never gonna happen, so just let you know, I'm inhaling so much copium right now, but I would absolutely love for these games to get ported to the Switch, for one, or like a remake, or not a remake, a remaster on the Switch. And I also would absolutely love it if another game in this series came out. Like I said though, I know none of that will ever happen, but like I would be over the moon if that did happen, guys. Like that would be so friggin' cool. But you know, as they say, a boy can dream, right? I mean, I obviously, I know I'm not the only one that has that opinion. Like, I know a very large portion of the Pokemon community also wants these games to either get a remaster or a remake on the Switch, or just come out on the Switch, period. And for a third, you know, another game in the series to happen, but unfortunately, it's kind of like it doesn't matter how much of the demand is there. That doesn't really seem like they're gonna want it. They're like wanting to do that, or even gonna think about doing that, which sucks. But I mean, is what it is at the end of the day, right? Going back to what I was saying earlier, though, about pivoting Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi to a side Let's Play, not a main Let's Play. I also am slightly concerned with doing that because I know that the second game and the third game have a little bit more content than the first one does. Not drastically more, but like a little bit more. And so it's like, I was sitting there also, and I'm like, well, so if I pivot Budokai Tenkaichi 1 to a side Let's Play, I also most likely would make 2 and 3 side Let's Plays. But what happens if one, so let's say like one checks out and it checks the box of a side Let's Play. It's only 55, 60 parts. Cool. But what if because of this extra little bit of content that 2 and 3 have, now we get into like 70 to 90, for example? Like, you know, like that, they really shouldn't have been side series games at that point then, most likely, right? But then again, as I was explaining earlier with the whole, it's 2 main series Let's Play videos to 3 side series Let's Play videos to fill an hour. So if it's 90 episodes for a side series, if I would have made it a main series, it would have been maybe 70. And is that long enough for a main series? You know what I mean? So I'm still, regardless, with this trilogy in front of me, no matter what side of the coin I put them on, I'm kind of stuck and confused. But, you know, it's what it is. Like I said, at the end of the day, if anything, I'll just end up, Cool Sneedle's gonna be done after this, which is great. Oh, they're both gonna be done after this, which is great. Awesome. At the end of the day, like, even if I go to just still doing 2 series, one every other day, one every day, and then they're both just 30 minutes long, and just call it a day there, or I just go down to only doing the 1 series and then the Minecraft series and call that a day. Like, either way, it's gonna be what it is, right? But I don't know. Because even regardless, I probably could, like, if I ever want to do like a Nuzlocke or play a Pokemon game or whatever, I still could probably make that a side Let's Play series no matter what game I'm playing currently. Because I already know that's going to be, like, we've seen both with Colosseum, which has way more, actually has a story, especially compared to Fire Red. So not only, I mean, you know, with that, but also with the Fire Red Nuzlocke, like, you know, they're quick and short series, you know what I mean? Like, or, you know, they're not going to be excruciatingly long, is what I'm saying. And that's with all 20-minute long videos as well, you know what I mean? So we're kind of chilling in that regard. So I could still do something like that if I wanted to, but I don't know. Like I said, guys, we'll see what happens. I just wanted to bring that up again because I just kept on staring at the Budokai Tenkaichi case on my TV stand while I was waiting for like the animations to, you know, for turns to happen and stuff, and while I was in between my thoughts, and it just got me back thinking of that again, because I'm like, you know, like, I don't really know if I demote that one, if I demote 1 to a side Let's Play, and 2 and 3 have more content and they end up being longer, like longer, like, what's that gonna do, you know what I mean? I'm loving this though, just keep on cycling through them hyper modes, let's go. Make my life 10 times easier, you love to see that. Also, obviously I did tweet about it and I did make a community post, but we did hit 200 subs on the YouTube channel this week, just a couple days ago, which is super awesome, so thank you guys so much for that. I hope you guys do continue to enjoy the content over on the YouTube channel. That's on the main channel, by the way, not the VODs channel, of course. which I'm pretty sure I have the main channel linked in all of the VODs, the description of all the VODs, for sure. Actually, let me not say for sure, but I should have it there anyway. But it is for sure on the homepage of my Twitch page. That I definitely have a link to it there, along with a link to the VODs channel, for you guys to check out. Like I said, if you guys miss any part of the stream, or you want to rewatch any part of the stream or anything like that, it's all there for you, and it won't disappear in a week like it does on Twitch. It'll be there until I decide to take it down, or until YouTube decides it's just gonna shutter itself and everything. Damn it, I forgot to switch the mods again. It decides to shutter its doors and that everything related to it is gonna cease to exist. Then you know, they'll always be there for you guys to check out. And of course, I'm linking the VODs channel in the description of all of my videos that I upload. So if when Colosseum restarts and you're like, I doubt anybody would, to be fair. But if somebody's like, well, you know, we've been missing the game for like a year now, because, you know, you just went MIA with it because of the Purification deal, and like now all your mods are purified, like what happened? And they, you know, they want some background noise, which is really, that's kind of what this type of stream is that we're doing right now with the Purification stuff. It is just kind of a background, chill, hanging out type of stream, you know what I mean? Like, we're not really talking about too much, we're not really doing too much. There's nothing really to see except for me spamming Shadow Rush on innocent, low-level Pokemon. And hoping that Hyper Mode procs. But yeah. But again, like I said, like, even though this is technically like off-camera type of work as far as like the main series is concerned, like, I still want to do it on stream, because then I'm doing the stream, right? Because like my thing is, so I was really having trouble like getting myself motivated to stream a lot as of like last year, and which kind of was annoying because I really enjoyed streaming, and I did stream like almost every single day when I first started 2 years ago. Like, I was getting my 2/3, depending on what day of the week it was, videos up, and I was streaming every single day. And then like depression's a thing. I mean, that's, you know, that's probably the main reason why I really wasn't streaming as much. I mean, it's, you know, it is a thing, and it is what it is. But I figured, like, the reason why, let's go, we love to see that. Double hyper mode. The reason why I started doing my off-camera work on stream is because I was like, well, you know, like, might as well, right? I mean, I'm already gonna be in my office. I'm gonna be playing the game. You know, my computer's gonna be on because I had, like, everything kind of plays through my my Elgato, so I need to have my computer at least on, for that to go, whatever, right? And like, you know, so I'm already gonna, you know, all of that, like my computer's already gonna be on. I'm gonna be in my office, gonna be, you know, obviously the TV's gonna be on because I'm gonna be playing the games, you know what I mean? So like, I might as well stream my off-camera work, because one, it'll be less boring for me because I get to hang out and chill with you guys. Two, it's a stream still, so, you know, I can chill and hang out with you guys, and you guys have something to see and chill and hang out. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? I might as well start doing my off-camera work on stream, because, you know, I can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can do my off-camera work and I can stream. You know, so that's when that started, or why that started, I should say, and that's why we're here doing this right now. The only time I don't really do, like, because I mean, I've had to do a little bit of off-camera stuff, like the past like 2 or 3 videos of my Minecraft series, but I didn't stream that because I was literally done in like probably 30-40 minutes. You know, and that's not really a stream per se, and also I didn't have the time to stream. those days either, but that's neither here nor there. But you know what I mean? Like, I just didn't want to do like you know, I like to stream for at least 2 hours if I'm gonna stream, unless I desperately can't, or I start to not feel good, or whatever the case may be, or I get too tired, you know, or something comes up and I can't stream for the 2 hours. Like, so, you know, double hyper mode again though. You love to see that. Let's go. It's great. But yeah, you know what I mean? So that's why we're doing what we're doing though. I don't know if it's because it's a mid-game mon, or if it's because it's a legendary, or it's because it's a mix of both, but Suicune is taking forever. I think I've called it 3 or 4 times now, and we've sent it out in the battle a handful of times, and it's just getting into its second bar now. And Murkrow's, I think, what, almost done with its last, oh, never mind. It's just about halfway. I was gonna say, isn't it about to be in its last bar? No, not even close, Hayden. Not even close. Oh, I feel this sneeze. Oh my goodness. Now that snuck up on me. The yawns, I at least had a little bit of a warning. That sneeze was just like, yep, I'm coming out. Pause. Well, I guess I probably didn't have to pause that, did I? I could have said that way worse. But I had no warning with that sneeze, though. That's crazy. Alright, let's take on Vander for like the 5th time. I gotta say though, the music in XD and Colosseum are absolute bangers though. I mean, granted, like, what Pokemon game doesn't have banger music, but like XD and Colosseum takes it to a new level. Like, although I will say, like, XD's music, I do think clears Colosseum, but like Colosseum is still good. You know what I mean? But I like Mirror B's theme in XD. One of the greatest tracks that you'll ever hear in your life. And I would definitely say, personally, that it's better than Colosseum's. Like, I love Mirror B's theme in XD. Like, when I tell you when I was a kid, whenever I would fight Mirror B, I used to just, like, put my controller down and vibe out to his battle theme for, like, way longer than the battle would even last for normally, just so I could listen to the freaking song and then I would do the battle. Like, oh man, absolute banger. And obviously, I mean, and it's in this game too, but Pyrite Town, like, they were on an absolute 10 when they composed Pyrite Town's theme. Like, and I mean, I loved it as a kid, but once I really, like, once we did jazz band my senior year of high school, and I, like, fell in love with jazz music, like, back to back for Murkrow, let's go. And I fell in love with jazz music, like, I love that even more now than I did back in the day when I was a kid. So freaking good. But yeah, like, the music, man, every bit of the music in this game, both of these games, so friggin' good. Alright, we're gonna run around here for a quick little minute and get Apom finished so I can get them both put away and grab out some new mons. Because Sneasel's done, and Apom's literally there, and I don't want to hold on to it for a whole nother area when it's that close. So we'll just finish it real quick. Oh, I forgot to go to a Gate Village after I finish this lap to try the damn thingamajigs. Oh well. I'll try to remember the next time we finish a lap, and I'll go there. You guys know how bad my memory is. This isn't a surprise to anybody by now. Come on, Apom. Open your heart, man. It's okay. All right. You know what? Like, you're loved. I mean, you're gonna live in the PC, but you are loved. You're amazing. You're a cute little guy. Let's see what. All right, chat. Help me think of some more cute things to say to Apom so that it'll open his heart. I ran out of things to say. Oh my goodness, come on, Apom. Now you're starting to annoy me a little bit. You're so ambidextrous between your regular hand, dominant hand, and your tail. Like, you're so talented with that. That's so cool, you know? Like, you're him, you know? Like, you're just that guy. There we go. That did it. Just had, you just had to talk about how nice his tail work was. Pause. Okay, that one was a bad one. That one was a bad one. Wow. That's crazy. Oh boy, we're gonna have Suicune and Raikou on the same team at the same time. Ain't that nice? Too bad they won't get to share the spotlight together, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, if you really look, guys, like, we're apart again. Like, add the 6 mons that we got on the team in here, but we only got 9 more Pokemon to do from the first box, and then just 6, 12, 15 more after that. So I mean, like, we are making good progress. We definitely are. I mean, that's only after 2 streams. I mean, granted, like, Mantine was already basically almost done from the playthrough, because we did use it for a little while, as was Furret, as was Quagsire. I don't think we used Quilava very much, if at all. But maybe we did we? Maybe we did. In the playthrough, did we? I don't think we did. But anyway. And then, like, like, obviously these 2 are both early. These 3 are early mons. They don't take long. Hitmontop, we had already kind of started doing a little bit, chipping away at. And then, like, these ones we'd already started a little bit before we streamed this time. I mean, because I'd streamed this, I think, at least once before. But, I mean, regardless, though, we're making good progress for sure. Alright, let's keep on going. Did I already get... No. I just wanted to make sure I got my Poke Coupons from you, that's all. Alright. So I think I'll probably finish this area, and then I'll probably call it a stream there, because that'll probably be about 2 hours. Give or take. And I kind of want to... I slept pretty decent last night, and I felt pretty good today, so I kind of want to take advantage, like, try and make sure I can keep that up, because I know I've talked about it on my streams and my videos before in the past quite often, but because my sleep's so bad and I'm always so tired and always feeling like straight shit, like, all day long, and it sucks. And, like, my depression kind of gets fueled by me being tired. So like if I'm overly tired, then like my depression is like in maximum overdrive, and I just genuinely hate everything about my life. Which means I have like zero motivation to do anything, which that's already low enough as it is anyway, which is a completely separate topic in and of itself. But it's even worse when I'm like, you know, feeling like that. And obviously also I'm feeling so tired I don't want to do anything anyway, because it's like, oh my god, like, you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that I can sleep good again tonight, or at least, you know, quote unquote sleep good again tonight, and be chilling again tomorrow too. Fingers crossed anyway. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good night though. I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's chilling. Murkro's not chilling. His emotions are reaching a fever point. But that's good. That's, I mean it's not, but I mean that's what we want. So I mean that's good. Yeah, 'cause I mean, like, Murkrow is looking pretty good in and of itself. I mean, you know, we got a bar and a half left to go. I mean, Suicune, we're considering maybe it's only maybe been in 10 battles so far. It's already down a bar and a half. I mean, that's pretty good, all things considered. And I mean, once we officially get finished with box 1, we'll be 3/4 of the way done. Which is another really awesome thing. Which makes me think we're probably roughly halfway done now. Because there's 15 mons in that box, and we got 6 in our team. Which is, what, that's 15, 21, and then there's, what, 4 more left in... No, 3 more left in the box. In box 1. So that's what, 24 mons. So yeah, we're actually quite literally halfway right now. So that's awesome. Which means we'll probably, if we keep this pace up, which isn't a guarantee because, you know, obviously once we get to the later game mons, they'll take even longer to get through their heart gauge. But if we keep this pace up, probably 1 or 2 more streams and we'll be good to go, and we'll be back recording this series again, and we'll get to wrap this side series up finally after a very long hiatus. I don't even want to know the last time I uploaded one of those videos. I know it's been a hot minute, for real, for real. I know it has. It genuinely is probably pushing a year though, because I know that we got done with it like roughly around the same time that I was about to go back to school, which is why it went on hiatus to begin with, because I knew that once I got back to school I wouldn't be able to do any of the purification streams. Because I probably wouldn't be able to stream, period, once I got back to school. Which obviously I didn't. So that would have been in like August-ish. So yeah, I mean, we're just now hitting June. So yeah, it has almost been a year since that series went on hiatus. It's not quite done yet. We still got a little bit more to go. Murkrow's on its last bar too, which is great. Depending on how the hyper modes fall, we might be able to get Murkrow done in this stream, which will be nice. But it all depends on how often he wants to go into hyper mode, which he's been going into it a lot. So hopefully that keeps happening. Well, it either looks like they were way too early with the rain prediction, or it missed where I'm at, because it definitely has not started raining yet, and that's kind of upsetting, because I kind of was hoping it was going to rain, because I so do love the rain. Granted, I don't like being out in the rain, but who does? But like when I'm in and I know that I'm in for the day / night and it's raining, like, oh please, rain all day. I will not complain in the slightest that you are. You will make my whole life. You know what I mean? There we go. I'd love to see that. See, especially like with the early on, like area 1 and area 2 battles, like when we string together hyper modes like that, like, you know, we called Suicune last turn, but Murkrow went right into it, so now we're calling Murkrow, and Suicune went right into it. Like, now this I love, because they are so low level in their first stage evolutions, they're not gonna hurt us, like, at all. So chaining together these hyper modes like this, it's not... literally all it does is benefit us. Yes, let's go. Especially because this is our whole goal, is going into hyper mode. And getting, going into hyper mode isn't the whole goal. Finishing the heart gauge is the whole goal, but hyper mode, going into hyper mode is the fastest way to get it done. Yes! Let's go! 4 in a row! You love to see it. Keep chaining it together. Let's go. Yes. Oh. Damn it, Murkrow. I wanted you to at least get one more, so you definitely would have been done this battle. That's okay, though. He definitely, absolutely will be done now, though, by the time we finish this area, which is nice. So I can flick in another Mon. So that's awesome. I mean, it's gonna be a quick minute for Suicune, though, of course, right? Because, duh. But at least Murkrow's gonna be done. Although, having said that, Suicune's almost on its second bar being done, so I mean, that's cool. You love to see that. Murkrow will be done after the next battle too, which is great, so I'll be able to swap him right out as soon as we get into the next battle. And now I think we're probably at the point, at least Pokemon-wise and level-wise, we might be able to go to Area 5 now. Because we're back to getting fully evolved Mons. Granted, they're not great. I mean, Ariados is it definitely is a Pokemon. But, you know, we got Raikou in the party too, and we got Suicune now, you know, already. And granted, they're both only level 40, not 43, but they're also both legends. So their stats definitely make up for the 3-level difference. And then obviously, you know, we got Granbull too. I mean, Vibrava is a mid-stage evolution, but it's gonna be still stronger than what we had. You know what I mean? So we're definitely gonna be chilling as far as that's concerned. So we might be able to also push up into Area 5, which will be great for us because that's just 10 more battles, right? And Also, 10 more battles against stronger mons that we most likely won't be able to one-shot, which gives us even more turns for hyper mode. So it's kind of just a win-win. Just like that. Win-win. Yeah, and it is looking like that will be roughly at about the 2-hour mark by the time I get done here. So that works out pretty good for us. So yeah, so I mean, you know, I already just got a little bit of work done there. Suicune, after I call it, and after being sent out into battle, will definitely be into the 3rd bar. So that's awesome. You're not fully there, but you'll get there from walking around. I'm not worried about that. And then these guys, not quite yet, but obviously they've only been out for a little while, so that's fine. Awesome. Yeah, let's get into these last 3 battles. I do have somebody to raid tonight, though, so that'll be cool. We're gonna raid my guy Mochi tonight, because he's doing a birthday stream for himself. So that's awesome, so we can go hang out with him for a little bit. Actually, I'm lurking in his stream right now. I got it open right now. Showing my support still. And actually, I've been in his stream since like probably like 2 o'clock. He said he was doing about a 12-hour stream today for his birthday, so I've been in his stream since like I said, about 1:32, whatever it was. Just chilling, hanging out. Okay, so I guess I was a little bit off on how much we were gonna get down on the gauge there, but still hovering around that 3rd bar, or getting into that 3rd bar, I mean, so that's close enough. That's close enough. Beggars can't be choosers, as they say, right? Boom. Alright, 2 battles to go until we cleared Area 2 for the umpteenth time. And it definitely will not be the last. I like that the Ultra Balls have a green little, like, I don't know, aura animation, whatever that is. Like, I think that's really cool. Although I feel like, if anything, that the Great Balls should have had that, and the Ultra Balls should have had the gold that the Great Balls have, but that's just me. Maybe I'm the weird one. Boy, you're just not wanting to come down on that heart gauge, huh, Suicune? Sent you out into 2 battles and called you twice, and you still haven't gone into that 3rd bar yet. That's crazy. What's the deal, bruh? I guess it's just because we're getting into that mid-game, mid to late game stretch of Shadowmons, that I guess. And on top of the fact that it's one of the legendaries, and it was owned by one of the admins, so it's probably going to take even longer. That's kind of nuts, though. I mean, it's still way behind. That's like a bar and a half behind, but Ariados is like catching up to it already. And it's not even gone into hyper mode once yet. Still not into that third bar. And this is the third battle. And this is gonna be the third time that I've called you. What's the deal, bruh? Man, don't attack Ariados, attack the Suicune that's got a lot of bulk and a lot of HP. Okay, show me the third bar. There we go. Just barely, but I mean, at least it's better than what we had been getting, I guess. That's kind of nuts though, huh guys? Oh, Ariados went into hyper mode that time. Awesome. I didn't even notice that. I'm glad the message came up, because I so would have missed it, and I so would have attacked, and I so would have been pissed. Love to see it. Chaining them hyper modes together again. So we're gonna do that, and we'll call. All right. Well, now we're starting to get progress for real. That was really weird. I wonder why it took so long to get over that hump to get into the third bar. Because now we're getting good chunks taken out. That's really weird. I wonder if maybe my game just glitched a little bit for a small little sampling of time, perhaps. That's the only thing I could think of. Or maybe it just really, because of the fact that it was one of the admin's mons and it's the legendary, or one of the legendaries, and it's a mid-game mon, that's just how it goes. Perhaps, I don't know. I'm loving this though, keep on giving me the hyper modes. It just wants me to stream for longer. The game just wants me to stream for longer. It's like, nope, you were gonna be done at the 2-hour mark, but not anymore. You're gonna go over it today, big fella. I mean, that's fine though. I mean, I'm not tied to 2 hours. Like, you know, it's okay. I'm not in a rush or anything. I just would prefer it to be 2 hours, that's all. Okay, so our Suicune again. Yeah. Because now it's taking out good chunks again. We're already 3 calls and we're halfway through that third bar, which is kind of annoying because like we already probably could have been done with it with the 2 calls and the sending it out into 3 battles that we had already had. But you know, I mean that's cool, I guess. Awesome, awesome. So that should finish up Ariados' first bar, so that's great. Yep. Cool. Awesome. We're chaining it together again. You love to see it. You love to see it. You love to see it. Keep on stringing them hyper modes together. I love it. That's exactly what we're here for. Yep, so now Suicune's down to half. That's great. Wow, Anorith outspeeds and Ariados? That's great. Was my speed lower and I wasn't paying attention at any point in time in this battle? Maybe it was. That's still crazy. I just got a call. Beautiful. Wow. If Ariados would have gone into hyper mode more times, it probably would have been already caught up to Suicune, for real. With how much lag time there was in between Suicune finishing the second gauge and starting that third gauge. Let's go. Awesomeness. Yeah, we got a lot done today, guys. This is awesome. A lot of progress has been made tonight. You love to see it. And then I think, so, it was Murkrow, right? Murkrow's the one that we got. That's literally, like, so close to being done. Yeah. So we'll run around for a quick little minute once we get in here, and we'll finish off Murkrow, and then we'll put him away, and then we'll probably call it a stream, and then we can raid Mochi. We're gonna keep on going, and then we're gonna run around here for a minute and get Murkrow all finished up, and then we'll call it a stream. You're so cool, Murkrow. Like, you did such good things being, like, not a crow, but a parrot in Gold and Silver and Johto, like, helping us out in the Team Rocket hideout by being a parrot instead of a crow. But, like, you're still so cool, and, like, one day you're gonna evolve into a guy that's gonna be a mafia boss, and you're just gonna be, like, so badass, and, like, everybody's gonna want to respect you, and because you're the boss. And yeah, see, that was way quicker than friggin' what's his name, the damn Apom. Awesome. Yeah, so once we, counting the 6 mons that we got in the party at the moment, we only have 2 Pokemon left, or I'm sorry, not counting the 6 that we have in our party at the moment, we only have 2 mons left to do in box 1. That's so great. That is so great. But alright, guys, I think that's a great place to wrap up this stream. We got a lot done today, which is awesome. Knocked out a lot of those heart gauges. Let me actually really quick double check and make sure that Mochi's still live before I go raid him. Yes, he is. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go raid Mochi for sure. But yeah, guys. Yeah, I think we did a lot today. It was great. We got a lot done. Super awesome. You love to see it. I'm thinking maybe, hopefully anyway, at least, fingers crossed, we got about 2 more streams left. And then we'll be all done, and we'll be able to go back to, well, finishing off the series, I mean, as far as this game is concerned. But obviously only time will tell with that, so we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, let's, let me get the, /raid, Eeg Mochi. Booyah. There we go. But yeah, so with that, guys, I will catch you guys about. And, yeah, we'll see you next time. Good night, guys.